I am still pleasantly shaken up by that fight. I mean, holy crap. That was a good fight. And, even better, I can now use Stinger. Woohoo! Just a matter of soon being able to use this ash longbow. But yeah, from all that I was able to pick up from the corpses of that camp, I got some of my money back, though that had to be spent on repairs. My armor was in a bad way, let me tell you. Pardon me, I need to intrude on Sebastian's business here. Hey, sir.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Yeah, first, I'm handing over the trophies to you.
I have some, trophies.
Let's have them. There are plenty of them. My lad, you're the wrath of God personified.
And I've dealt with that camp.
Taken care of that camp.
Oh, yes? And what proof might you have of that?
Here it is.
At least one piece of good news today. There, take your reward. May the Lord watch over you.
Is that it? Is that really it? That can't be it. Interlopers. Oh, right. There's the next camp. Well, I think I might need to do something a bit more relaxed, to be honest. I'm still a little bit nerved up. Also, I need to replace the potions that I had used in that fight because I used a lot. I mean, I didn't realize how low I was getting on the Aqua Vitalis and Artemisia, as well as the potion that I just put away. So yeah, putting away a lot of these potions. Because at the moment, they are not needed. Perhaps I could help out the monastery. I mean, I saw Yonka here. If I recall, if my memory serves me correctly, though I'll have to check back on one of the other videos, I even visited her. Hey, oh, you're an alchemist. I'd like to learn something from you, sir.
I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
Oh, I understand.
I do.
In that case, you've come to the right place. Someone who knows what they're doing will have it done in a jiffy. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Yes, I will get going.
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
I understand.
I see.
Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener.
Right then. I will get cracking, sir. Though, we'll need to have it selected as to find that garden. Shouldn't be too far, though. I mean, just one gate away. So, nettles, thistles, dandelions. Good thing I have such a high herbalism skill. Otherwise, this would have been a daunting task. Okay, not the eyebright. The thistle. So yeah, you guys can see why such pickings are done off camera. Because clearing out an entire field of flowers is a daunting task, and I personally don't want to bore you guys with it. Unless there are some of you that are into that sort of thing. Okay, that's the comfy. Ah, nettle, right here. That's comfy. I need the thistle. And also need mutt out of the way. Come on, buddy. Dandelions. Let's see. Ah, dandelions back here. I'm considering these as part of the weed bed. Okay, this looks fine. This here looks fine. And this bed also looks all right. Leaving the wormwood alone. I'm taking care of these, because those would more than likely spread their seeds into the nearby bed. That should be all. Alright, come here, Yenda. Making the trip that much shorter. Oh. Ah, dang it. Yep. My writing skills in action. Nicodemus. I've dealt with those weeds.
It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
Mm-hmm. Not a leaf wasted.
Not a leaf wasted.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to check with my own eyes. Good luck to you.
And we'll be coming with you, sir. Because I've picked only what you told me to pick. Oh goodness, and he's gonna go there at a walking pace. I guess I'll meet you over there. Right. Well, sir, what do you think?
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
You're a fine fellow. Truly, I couldn't have done a better job myself. You're a herbalist at heart. Here's the reward. You earned it. Good luck, then.
Thank you, sir. Oh, apparently you have more help.
Do you need any more help?
Knowledge of herbal remedies always comes in handy. Listen up. We have some new brothers who are meant to help me with the wounded, but not all of them know their medicinal herbs as well as I'd hope. They'll have to be taught.
I'm not much of a teacher.
I should imagine not. But you won't be doing any teaching, just helping me put together our new herbarium. I shall need all of the herbs mentioned in the old one.
Very well. I'll be right back.
That sounds easy. I'll be right back.
Don't be so sure. Some of the herbs are shy little things, prone to hiding from sight. When you've collected one of each, come back for your reward. One more thing. Bring me some old book or other. We'll scrape off the old ink to make a palimpsest, and use the blank pages for the herbarium.
An old book. Very well.
Really? Book recycling?
Good luck.
Even though... Wait, no. Book recycling was a thing back in the day. Okay, I've got the nettle, the dandelion, the chamomile, and the thistle. I guess I'll be missing some others. Yeah, some of these I'm gonna have to pick. Oh, time for a bit of off-camera work. Yep, that indeed took a little bit. But well, I found some gardens where I could harvest quite a bunch of ingredients, and visited an old herbalist nearby. This is in Samopej, by the way. So as to, well, compensate her for picking all the herbs in her garden. I think I've got everything you wanted.
I've got those herbs you wanted.
Let me see if you have everything. Excellent, you have all the plants. I'll take those from you. And what of the book? Did you remember to bring it?
I certainly did. Here it is.
Yep. You can use this book, sir. I mean, it's fitting, right? Grasses and herbs?
Thank you for everything. I'll set someone the task of scraping away the old ink and making the herbarium.
It was my pleasure.
It was my pleasure indeed.
Good luck.
I wonder how Johanka's doing. Goodness knows, she might need some help. Hey, Johanka.
He just needs to sleep.
Oh, wait, nope. I wanted to talk to you.
Henry, how are you?
What's going on here?
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Can I help in any way?
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Nobody helps you here?
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
I can take a look for myself.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Well, can only promise to try. Doesn't the monastery care for them?
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Yeah, that's probably because of you being a woman, which is, again, one of the things that sucked about those times.
Very well.
And how are you doing?
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
Oh my...
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
So you're just gonna let him push you around? You're gonna let him hit on you? Is his marriage that bad that he's looking for, well, let's call it outside help? Why is the guard outside anyways?
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's all I need to know.
All right.
And the
that's all I need to
custodian will
know.
be the first person that I
Look,
see.
Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Damn right. And like I said, I am first going to go speak to the custodian.
Yeah.
That same one that has me hired to eliminate bandits. Because, yeah, he's definitely gonna get a good word from me. And by good, I mean, well hidden, but not very well liked. Where the hell is he? I practically just saw him. Oi, fine. I'll give him a good thrashing of reason when I next see him. Meantime, I'll take a look at those refugees. Do I have any bandages on me? Yeah, but I only have 9. May as well buy some. Nicodemus.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
Well, first, let's trade. I'll buy all the bandages that you have. And I guess that will actually be it. Now, let's talk about the wounded from Skalitz.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
You don't normally treat the wounded?
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help?
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
And what do you think about the custodian?
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Mm-hmm. That much I
Thank you.
heard. Yeah. I've already gotten why the wounded are so badly looked after. So, let's have a look.
I'm not needed here.
Oh, for him anyways.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
I'll help you.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly. Take care now.
He just needs to sleep. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
Yeah.
What is it? Something on fire?
You're not from Skalitz.
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
Why don't you want to stay?
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
How can I help?
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
A
Take care
herbarium,
now.
you say?
It better be something important.
You look all right.
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing.
I have bandages.
I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. Good luck to you.
Right.
I'm not needed here. Everything here is fine. These wounds have been well taken care of.
Well, seems like... Yeah. Johanka,
Henry, how are you?
what's wrong with the man with the bandaged leg?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God! There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
I'll straighten his leg.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
Will do. And need to talk to you about Simic.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbors are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
And what happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Oh, that can be taken care of.
God be with you.
But first, let's get this out of the way.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Ouch.
Done.
Holy... I don't ever want to experience that ever again.
I won't get any sleep just won't get any sleep.
I don't think I'm gonna get any sleep over that sound, sir.